Hello everyone, my name is Vieryon and welcome to the Cerolian Republic. This is the Outer Worlds, and we have a tough decision to make right now. I've been thinking about it a little bit. I haven't been thinking about it for very long because this is being recorded immediately after the last episode. But I think I might want to try and go back to both of those two settlements and see if I can talk them into a resolution. If I can't, I'll make a decision. Okay, let's see how things go here. See if my character's silver tongue can clear the air. Hello, Reed.
My offer remains standing should you reconsider.
Wanted to talk to you about something.
Go ahead.
We need to have a word about this plague.
Can we not? Talking about unpleasant things always gets my bile up.
You must have some type of treatment plan.
Show up to work, put in your hours, wear a smile. Problems of the body come from problems of the spirit. Work improves the spirit and fortifies the body.
You know what else fortifies the body against disease? Antibiotics.
And where do you suggest we find this magical panacea? Can we pan for medicine in the stream? Medicine is a rare and precious commodity. If you demonstrate you have earned the right to be treated, you will be treated. Otherwise, you must heal yourself.
You withhold medicine from your own workers.
If I had enough medicine to treat everyone who fell sick, I would, but I don't. I can't save everyone. So I have to choose.
That can't be easy for you.
It is not easy for me. And the moment it becomes easy is the moment I am no longer fit to serve. Spacer's choice is a family, and the survival of the family is more important than the survival of the individual.
How long has this plague been happening?
That I cannot say. There was no moment when the plagues began. Disease always lurks on the fringes of society, waiting to infect the idle and the lethargic. But in the last 10 years, the plagues have become progressively worse and increasingly frequent.
You should have developed an immunity after repeated exposure to a single strain of the contagion.
Corporate doesn't like us using the word should. It encourages the imagination. I believe plague is a test. It is a test of our loyalty and our fortitude, and it is one we will see through to the end.
Let me ask you something else.
Go ahead.
What makes you think I can convince these deserters to come back?
That you are not one of us may work to your advantage. Adelaide and her folk loathe the people of Edgewater, you see. I admit the fault was mine. I'm about as diplomatic as a bristling canid. I just hope Adelaide and her folk will see their way past my flaws and return to town.
Sometimes people move on. It's the way of things.
Scripture tells us we all have our purpose in the world. Our work shows us that purpose. We should not have to move on from it. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is why we must square our shoulders and carry on.
Let me ask you something else.
Go ahead.
You seem pretty fixed on bringing her back to town.
Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning institution. Saltuna without flavor is like a cysty pig without tumors, borderline inedible.
That sounds disgusting.
Begging your pardon, Saltuna is a staple in the diet of any self-respecting spacer. Were it up to me, friend, I'd stack our larders with Saltuna galore. No other brand of Saltuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's humors. But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, Saltuna is hard to come by, what with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world.
Hang on, so what are you canning here exactly?
Oh, we've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environs. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms. Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of Saltuna. The difference is all but impossible to detect to any but the prissiest of palate.
I should go. Well, that didn't seem to work very well. Let's see about going back and talking to the other side.
Anything else I can do for you?
When we first talked, you assumed I'd come to live here.
I am getting old, you know. These two lamps of mine are not as bright as they once were. Or I might have seen you for what you are.
I don't imagine you get a lot of visitors.
My dear, we are all visitors in a momentary universe. Our lives flicker in and out like the guttering of a flame. Here now, then gone. Me and mine are just carrying on as best we can, trying to live our lives in a way that does not feel wasted.
So your power cuts out anyway.
I can't stop you from conducting your business down at the plant. I just want you to know that if you take our power away, you will have brought an end to our way of life.
Reed's making an offer in good faith. You should consider it.
If you think Reed does anything in good faith, then you are asking to be lied to.
You and Reed obviously have some sort of history.
That's because Reed was my boss. I was the cannery's one and only flavor specialist, you see. Remember that limited run of white chocolate Saltuna? That was all me.
There's obviously more to it than that.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
Sounds like the town turned its back on you.
A fish rots from the head down. I do not blame the town. I blame the leader.
Talked enough. I don't think that I'm going to be able to sweet talk this one. I don't like the way that that guy runs his town.
I'm listening.
See if there's anything else I can do. This might sound strange, but I don't know where I am.
That's not strange at all, dear. Few of us truly know where we are. The world can seem like a forest without end, and it is all too easy to lose one's way. But we must remember that being lost is the first step in discovering yourself.
No, I actually don't know where I am.
This is the old botanical lab, in Emerald Vale, on Terra 2. By the look on your face, I'm guessing you're not quite following me. Are you not feeling well? Ought to lay your head down if you're running fever.
I was kidnapped by a crazy scientist and shot into space, but thanks for asking.
That sounds like fever talk, all right. So why am I tempted to believe you? Where did you say you were from?
Does the Hope ring any bells?
Is that a new settlement of some kind? I haven't kept news from outside the Veil.
You've never met anyone from the Hope. There were thousands on that ship.
Oh dear. I see what's happening. You've been taking Adrena time. That stuff will burn right through your upper story. Leave you raving and babbling. You ought to try some of my purgative tea. Won't cure what ails you, but it will distract you for a spell.
You don't believe me?
Maybe I do. I don't know yet. Growing up, I heard my folks talking about the Hope. Always believed it was just a story we told ourselves to keep our spirits up. Listen, don't you worry about what I think. That's not important. Worry about what the board thinks of you going around talking about lost ships from decades past.
I'm not afraid of the board.
No, but the board may have reason to fear you.
Why? Haven't done anything wrong.
You carry on about coming here from another world, and people will talk. Talk leads to questions. Ask enough questions, and the board comes answering.
Let's just talk about something else.
I'm listening.
I should go. Alright, I tried.
Where are we headed?
Let's see what we do. I'm sorry, friend, I really don't like that guy.
I can't stop thinking on Edgewater, Captain. I'm glad the deserters are gonna be alright now they got power, but what about the town? All those people.
Did I make the right decision? I don't know. We'll see. Probably just made an enemy of everyone in that town, though. Oh boy. Where'd she go? Hey, lady. Huh. Oh, there you are. You just blend in.
You hear that? That low, pleasant hum of electricity? It whispers across the Veil like the winds of change. You've done well. I would have paid my last 5 bits to see the look on Reed's face when the last lamp in town burnt out and the cannery fell to silence.
Hate that town all you want. It won't bring your son back.
Blunt as a hammer. But you're right. Nothing can undo the past. Time's come to look toward the future. We'll grow, I expect. A lot of workers out there with nowhere else to go.
I'm not sure I made the right decision.
The town was enslaved to its cannery. You set them free. The ones who survived the shock of their own liberation will thank you someday. I am curious. Why did you help us? You don't know who we are. You don't owe us a thing. The plant's crawling with mechanicals, so it stands to reason you risked your life.
Didn't like the idea of being Reed's lackey.
You're not quite like anyone else I've met. You haven't had your consciousness programmed by the board. You're welcome among us if you're ever so inclined.
Probably use some backup when I go and retrieve that piece of equipment, because I doubt they're going to be happy with me. Oh boy. Okay. So we got workers, we got residents here. They're not, like, taking up arms against me yet. I mean, there's still lights. Oh. That's a thing.
Maybe Adelaide was right to leave.
Desertion is a criminal offense, punishable by a hard...
Let's walk right on in here. Go right on down here. Of course you would be here. Just wait.
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters, plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it?
To teach you a lesson.
Is that right? I'm dying to hear this. Please, educate me.
Adelaide had the right idea. Had to make sure you see that.
Adelaide? Adelaide wants nothing more than to see this town suffer. To see me suffer. All you've done is satisfied her hatred. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you.
Call off your guards. I don't want them bleeding all over my power regulator.
All right, easy now. Let's not do anything we'll regret. I'll order my guards to stand down. Take what you came for and then leave us be. Stand down, all of you. We're done here.
There we go. That was the right decision, wasn't it?
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, we'll talk later. Alright, that went significantly better than I expected. Honestly, the reason I made the decision that I did is because I just can't abide by that. I understand the idea that you need to ration certain things, but...
What are we supposed to do now? Exercise patience.
Man, it just sounded like he wasn't even planning on trying to find a way to help alleviate all of this stuff. So, alleviate all of their issues, their problems. Character. Skills. 10 points available. More dialogue, please. More dialogue, please. Let's do some inspiration as well. Increase some of that. Couple for defense. Accept that. Perks. Journal. Compare the companion ledger. Okay. I think you deserve that. And you can keep your hammer for sure. Perk. Healthy. She's been going down quite a bit, to be honest, so I think health is probably a good idea. Okay. Yeah. Down with the man. Down with the corporation. Etc., etc., etc. Wonder what they have to say here
You're
at the
not a
cantina.
big drinker, are you?
Power's gone. Law knows how long. Looking to get drunk? Oh, I almost forgot. I'm contractually obligated to recite company slogans to any visitors. You tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice.
Just felt like chatting.
Go ahead.
What if I told you I got shot into space by a crazy scientist?
Ugh, is this the start of a joke? If you want me to laugh at your jokes, it's a 3-drink minimum.
I'm not joking. My escape pod landed in the hills on top of a guy.
Look, I don't know what you're blathering about. If you took a blow to your skull, you really should settle down with some zero-G. Anyhow, whatever happens outside the walls is not my business. Only deserters and marauders wander out there, and I cannot tell you which I revile more. My world is these 4 walls, that door, and a row of mugs that need cleaning.
Almost sounds like you're afraid to go outside.
Let me make something clear. Spacer's Choice has been real good to me. The town's been real good to me. I start gallivanting around outside the walls, poking around in places I shouldn't be, learning things I've got no right to know. People will talk. Won't ever catch me asking about the world outside. Else the town's gonna say Amelia's gone soft. That Amelia's pondering desertion. I don't want that.
I think it's a mistake, living your life on everyone else's terms.
There you go with that thinking again. Didn't anyone ever tell you it's dangerous? I've said enough. People come here to drink their problems away. If they wanted to face their problems, they'd go see our vicar.
I should go. Alrighty then. I should get out of here before I get shot by somebody. Alright. It's back to the Unreliable, to the ship that I
Is this
insulted
your
earlier.
ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post.
Those deserters left Edgewater behind. Nothing's keeping you from doing the same.
I have imagined it, but until you came along, I never thought I had the choice. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
I'd be glad to have you along. Pick a cabin, it's yours.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, ma'am. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Right on. And with that, I think I'll end my episode here. Made a big decision. I hope that I made the right one. We'll see how it goes in the end. I've made some enemies, made some friends. I really didn't like the way that city was run. I didn't like that guy. I couldn't bring myself to turning off the power to the deserters. Because, honestly, if I were in their position, I would too. I would probably have left as well and tried to strike it out on my own and get away from that sort of disgusting place that they were running, and the food that they were canning, and just the everyday 9-to-5 type grind that they're being forced into. But anyway, I'm sure everyone's got their opinions on all of that stuff too. It's fair to have your own opinions. That's mine. So, thank you all for joining me on this wonderful adventure. You are all absolutely amazing, and the camera just started to do a thing I did not know it was going to do, but I like that it is doing that, and I look pretty awesome with that armor, to be honest. Not gonna lie, I kind of like that, even though I'm not with Spacer's Choice. It's some pretty neat armor. Kind of wish I could color it and customize it. Anyway, back to what I was saying. You are all absolutely fantastic.
Where are we headed?
1 second. I will tell you where we're headed in a second. Anyway, if you all like what you've seen here so far, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, all the fun stuff. You know what to do. Been around YouTube for a while, probably. But take care.